For years, the Kremlin has tracked the rise of the adrenochrome underworld, an elite-driven black market fueled by terror ritual and unthinkable depravity. But last week, everything changed. In the cold heart of Davos, where the global elite gathered behind closed doors, undercover Russian operatives launched a high-risk raid, seizing over 11,000 vials of pharmaceutical-grade adrenochrome and uncovering intel that blows the operation wide open. At the centre of it all, John Podesta, longtime Clinton advisor, spirit cooker, and collector of degenerate arts, and now wanted dead or alive by the Russian Federation. Putin has placed Podesta on an international watch list and unleashed his adrenochrome task force to bring him in, or stop him in his tracks. The message is clear. The hunt is on, and the days of silence are over. Before we dive in, join the TPV free speech community over on Soju. Soju is a digital space where ideas and information can take place without any annoying algorithms or restrictive rules getting in the way of free expression. Last week, while the world's elites sipped champagne in Davos and toasted to the next round of global initiatives, a silent storm was brewing. A strike team, undercover, unsanctioned, and ruthlessly effective, executed a covert raid on a facility rumoured to be the nexus of one of the darkest secrets known to man, the trafficking of adrenochrome. According to high-level sources, Russian operatives posing as Ukrainian delegates dismantled a shipment of 11,720 vials of pharmaceutical-grade adrenochrome, what President Putin has chillingly referred to as the devil's narcotic. The team seized documents, digital records, and biological samples that investigators claim have cracked the elite's blood-drug network wide open.
Funde auf das Scheißding, look it. Adrenochrome home delivery every flavor. Bro, was soll das? Was ist das, Mann?
And at the centre of it all, a name we've heard before. A name tied to too many whispers and too many sealed files. John Podesta, also known as Skippy.
What's my name? What's my name? My other name, what do you call me? I am your father. From now on, you will call me your father. Stop! You will call me your father. What is my name, huh?
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more.
Now, in an unprecedented move, President Putin has officially banned Podesta from entering the Russian Federation, placing him on an international watch list. And, most shockingly, instructed his adrenochrome task force that the longtime Clinton associate is wanted dead or alive. According to Putin, his crimes centre on trafficking the devil's narcotic to an elite class of Western VIPs and celebrities, individuals who in recent years have grown disturbingly brazen in their belief that they're entitled to exploit the bodies of children for their own gratification.
This way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these, some of you, I think many of you know it, and it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes the
What are you pushing into the skin, Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. That's what it is.
Okay.
Who comes up with this?
I don't think, it's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face. It's like.
Just when you thought the depths of elite depravity had been fully plumbed, another layer emerges. Sources inside the Kremlin's adrenochrome task force are now sounding the alarm about a new variant of the drug. They're calling it bone dust. Unlike adrenochrome, which is extracted from the blood of traumatized victims, bone dust is synthesized from the powdered remains of human bones, preferably those of young children. Ground during occult ceremonies and then chemically altered, this substance produces a prolonged hallucinogenic euphoria, enhanced perception, and, according to some, spiritual possession of the demonic kind. It's being passed around among the highest circles of the elite. Tech magnates, political dynasties, Hollywood power brokers, all behind closed doors. all under the guise of what the elite are calling demonic experimentation. Kremlin insiders say that bone dust was also discovered during the Davos raid, hidden in lead-lined containers, bearing occult amulets and carbon dating back to recent years. Forensic analysis suggests a coordinated supply chain, one that stretches from orphanages and war zones to underground crematoria. It's a system built on silence, fear and blood currency.
South Korea reports seizing thousands of smuggled drug capsules containing an unusual added ingredient, the powdered flesh from dead babies. Some people believe they can cure disease. The Korea Customs Service says they were made in northeastern China from babies whose bodies were chopped into small pieces and dried on stoves before being turned into powder. But they wouldn't say where they believe the babies came from or exactly who made the capsules, citing possible diplomatic friction with Beijing. The contents, though, were identified by scientific testing.
When we analysed it, the powdered material sequence is better than a 99.7% match with a human DNA sequence.
No one's been reported ill from ingesting them, but scientist Shin Woo-gi warns they have the potential to be dangerous.
We also see superbacteria and other germs and viruses harmful to a person if consumed.
Some of the capsules were carried in luggage, others were sent by international mail. The smugglers told customs officials they believed the capsules were ordinary stamina boosters and didn't know the manufacturing process. One official said no one's been punished, but a customs clearance director at Incheon Airport warned consumers should be careful about health food supplements where the ingredients aren't clearly marked.
Behind it all lies a sprawling shadowy network of traffickers, brokers and elite consumers, operating across continents, embedded in institutions once thought untouchable. Some are already being quietly detained, vanishing into black site custody as Putin's adrenochrome task force widens its global dragnet. Others are being named in the mainstream press, though the headlines are vague, the charges watered down, and the true scope of the operation deliberately obscured. But the cracks are forming, and the truth is starting to bleed through. According to Russian sources, the Western media is circling the wagons around Podesta to shield him from scrutiny, even though his crimes are hiding in plain sight. Remember the time John and Tony Podesta, along with Ghislaine Maxwell, were wanted for questioning by police in Portugal regarding the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. The story briefly surfaced and then vanished without a trace. What happened? To cut a long story short, the Clintons got involved. And suddenly, the wanted posters disappeared, the warrants were dropped, and the images were scrubbed from the record. But we do know that John and Tony Podesta were in the area at the time. What are the chances? According to the media, it's just another coincidence that you need to scrub from your mind. This is the $1 million mansion belonging to Clement Freud, a grandson of Sigmund Freud, that sits only a few blocks from where Madeleine was abducted. Police in Suffolk confirmed that the now known paedophile Clement Freud was out of the country when the abduction took place. But here's the kicker. His home had been loaned to two of his friends. Their names? You guessed it. John and Tony Podesta. Just another coincidence, I'm sure you'll agree. Police put out e-fit images of the suspects wanted for questioning, which bore an uncannily resemblance to the Podesta brothers, before they were suddenly retracted without any explanation. What did Putin's agents discover in Davos? How is Podesta connected to the shipment? And why now? Stay with us, because what we're about to reveal next could blow the lid off the entire global adrenochrome pipeline. Before we go on, I want to talk about a health secret I recently discovered that the system really doesn't want you to know about. Have you ever wondered what happened to Chuck Norris? You know, the guy the system could never tame. I recently watched a video he dropped, and it floored me. The man is 84 years old, and he's still out there kicking ass, crushing workouts, and running circles around his grandkids. Meanwhile, the mainstream media wants you to think that we're all supposed to be popping big pharma pills and fading away by his age. Well, not Chuck. Here's the kicker. He's stronger, got more stamina and energy to burn, and it's all because of one change. No dangerous prescriptions, no corporate health scams. He says he feels like he's in his 50s again. And I'm sitting here thinking, what's the catch? It turns out there isn't one. Chuck is not playing their game, and he's spilling the truth in this free video he made for you guys. You need to see it. Go to chuckdefense.com/TPV. The link is right below this video. This isn't some scummy infomercial from talking heads on television. It's the real deal. He's exposing the 3 silent killers the establishment don't want you to fix. Stuff they profit from as we age and deteriorate. This free video flips everything you've been fed about health on its head. So click that link, chuckdefense.com/TPV, and watch it now. It's simple, no bullshit truth. You'll wish you'd known this years ago.